October 14th, 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis begins. In 2017, it seems very relaxing. Welcome to The Revisionists. I'm Brian Flynn.
I'm Zach Powers.
And we have a great show for you tonight. Our guest is the co-host of As the Rhyme Goes On podcast. Please welcome the very, very funny Nalawi Mangust, everyone.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How you guys doing? You guys good?
Doing okay.
Yeah. I'm happy that you guys just started recording because, like, they wouldn't have heard how many times I've asked that question.
We had a really long
thing. Also, thank you for introducing me because, like, for the first 11 episodes of my podcast, I forgot to introduce people.
Yeah,
and so you've listened to it. Yeah, people would just sit there and be like, okay,
hey.
Yeah. No one knows what they're doing.
I feel like the first few times we did this, people just took the initiative to introduce themselves. And so it was weird the first time someone didn't do that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, we got...
Then there was a weird period between episodes 15 to 35 where we hired a butler to announce our guests. And then that became cost prohibitive and we had to let him go. But it was very nice. He would sort of ring a little bell and say, Monsieur bearded white comedian.
That's the most baller shit I've ever heard. That's so cool.
Oh, god damn it.
Just like an uncle. Was he Jeffrey in The Fresh Prince? Who was all right, I got it. Man, I haven't watched TV in forever.
Oh wait, no, Carlton's Carlton's the cousin.
Yeah,
he sounds like they had a name swap.
Yeah, Jeffrey. Is his real last name Butler on the show? Jeffrey Butler?
Is it?
I think so. I'm looking him up. Jeffrey Butler, Olympic athlete. So here are the first three that come up. Jeffrey Butler, Olympic athlete. Jeffrey Butler, historian. And then Jeffrey Butler, fictional character. TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, played by Joseph Marcel. Oh, and they have Vivian Banks. They have the real Vivian Banks. They only have one picture of the light-skinned one. I don't like the light-skinned Vivian. She wore some Hillary Clinton jumpsuit shit. I did not. I was not a fan.
I forgot they switched Vivians.
Right? Although they had they switched Vivians, and then when they had their kid, Uncle Phil and Vivian, when they had their little kid, he turned 5 within a season. They had some good jokes about that, but yeah. Where Will is how you get so old, and then everyone just acts like it's normal. Yeah, they broke the fourth wall a lot on that show.
I feel like that would have been a great fucking Halloween episode when Will Smith realizes he's going insane.
Oh man,
and it turns into a fucking
that would have been really good
Fall of the House of Usher sort of situation.
So does everybody in that show have is their career their last name? Is his name Will Prince?
No,
and is Carlton Carlton Black Republican, I guess?
I mean, Banks. That's the same thing. So, the kid's name was Nicky Banks. Yeah. He was a baby one season, and then he turned into a fucking grown-ass kid. A grown-ass 5-year-old, I guess.
Grown-ass 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He
had Ashley Banks.
Yeah.
She was
that 5-year-old seen some shit.
Yeah. She was cute as hell. Ashley?
My recall of Fresh Prince is fairly limited at this point.
Dude, I'm on the Wikipedia page right now, so I'm kind of cheating. But yeah. Wait, is that her as an adult? No, that's just some.
Anyway,
that's just some white girl in a bikini. Never mind.
That's a very different website.
Yeah, very different. Let's see what website that was.
It was boobs.org, it turns out.
No, it was actually Joel Photography.
Oh, okay.
There's a plug. This episode sponsored by Joel Photography.
Yeah, Joel.
If you need to get photographed in a bikini.
Let me give the. Okay, yeah. So so if anyone wants to look. The URL is HTTPS. They got that HTTPS money, not that HTTP bullshit. / Frank with an E. Frank Joe.
That's that
Frank
old
Joe,
English.
Wait, what? What's his name? What the fuck is his name? All right, I see photography.
This is a great URL.
Also with an E.
This is everyone typing?
Joel.
Are you at the ready?
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. Frank, okay, I'm just gonna fucking spell it. F-R-A-N-K-E
Just put the link in our show notes.
JOEHITOGRAPH.com/tag/Ashley-Banks/ So yeah, you can see all her shit. I'm on my work computer. I shouldn't be looking at this. But.
I really hope that whoever runs that website is like, why did we get such a spike in traffic?
We got like
of 6 people.
Yeah,
we gotta post that Ashley Banks photos evergreen content.
Yeah. Fuck my podcast. We should just make that my plug. It's just that version.
Yeah,
of
that's
Ash.
your new headshot.
Yeah.
Listeners, if you're new to this show, we don't just look at bikini photos. What we do, each episode, we take a topic from history. One person presents the official version of events. Another person comes up with a crazy batshit alternate version. And the winner gets to become the truth. And right now, since it is October, we're taking a break from World War I to talk about spooky shit. I should also... last time, we talked about...
John French.
John French, thank you. I just said his fucking name. And... The audience vote bore out the judge's decision that the alternate history won, which was John French was the horse Zodiac killer. I wrote it. I should know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, some horse shit like that.
It seemed rushed, to be honest with you. It wasn't your best effort.
Fair, very fair. But for our first Halloween episode, we are discussing the Mary Celeste. Nalawi, you're doing the true story.
Yeah.
Zach, you're doing the alternate.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, Nalawi, if you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Okay. All right. So the Mary Celeste was an American merchant brigantine discovered, draft, and deserted in the Atlantic Ocean off the Azores Islands on December 5th, 1872. So the Canadian, I can't say that word, Brigantine. Is that what it is?
Probably. I don't know, some boat word.
De Gratia found her in a disheveled but seaworthy condition under partial sail. And
that's me, baby.
Yeah, and with her lifeboat missing. The last entry in her log was dated 10 days earlier. She had left New York City to Genoa on November 7th, and on discovery was still amply provisioned. Her cargo of denatured alcohol was intact, and the captain's crew and personal belongings were undisturbed. None of those which were on board were ever seen from or heard from again. I read the first paragraph off Wikipedia. If no one can tell. That's how much preparation.
You actually read it off the fucking Ashley Banks photo.
No, I didn't. Yeah. Well, that's the reason why I decided to do the true story, because like knowing me and my like limited creativity, I would just make this like some slave bullshit. I'd be like, yeah, because I don't fuck with boats really heavy. But, boats in America and Atlantic Ocean is just like not my thing. So I thought it'd be better. I feel like you guys would have like a less angry place to put it.
That is fair. Oh man, yeah, I just pulled up the Wikipedia also, and definitely cannot pronounce that French word.
To be fair, in you saying that if you would have made an alternate history, it just would have been some slave stuff.
Yeah.
Arthur Conan Doyle wrote a fictitious account of the Mary Celeste called
really?
J. Habakkuk Jepson's Statement. Uh-huh. And the premise there was like there was a former slave who hated the white race and he killed everybody on the ship. So it sounds... Yeah.
So some Django
I'm not sure
if...
Given the time, I feel like it was probably more racist and less like revenge for like justified revenge. But I can't say for sure. I have not read it.
Okay. Yeah, so it was less, not as Django Unchained.
I mean, if it's Arthur Conan Doyle, I don't know.
More Beast of No Nation? Is that what that movie was? Not the one that just came out, but like the real racist one. the propaganda one.
Wait, Birth of a Nation?
Birth of a
Birth
Nation.
of a Nation.
Beast of a
Yeah.
Nation. That's the Idris Elba one?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
tried
that's
to write
like
a joke about that.
Some Coney
You
kind
tried
of
to
shit.
write a joke about the Idris Elba Joseph Cody movie.
Yeah, I'll spill it because I never got it to work. But the idea was like Netflix and chill, and like like how you could just like pick the wrong movie, and the whole bit was about like me picking Beast of No Nation and just like not being able, but because like I wanted to pick like
you tried that,
I
but
mean-
maybe with a different movie.
maybe yeah. It was like 2 years ago or something.
Oh,
like when
shit, okay.
a long time ago or a year ago.
I
don't
mean,
remember.
if your intention is to put somebody in the mood, choosing a movie with Idris Elba is a solid tactic most
Yeah,
of the
right?
time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because like the whole bit, I mean, it got like a little bit too I don't know, what's the term? Alienating. Because I was like, you don't want to pick something that like she could see on NBC. You want like a Netflix exclusive, right? Like
Something like Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor.
yeah,
That's an Idris
exactly.
Elba movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, I got bored of House of Cards. Yeah, it was like it was a dumb joke.
Just put on the first 3 seasons of The Wire.
Yeah, but that's on HBO though.
Yeah.
I still haven't finished the first season.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, someone spoiled something on that show, and now I'm just like not as interested.
I mean, I would hesitate to ask.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea to, on this podcast
Yeah,
that is
we
going
won't-
out
we
to
won't say it,
everybody,
so
to
we'll
be
stop.
like, although we spoil shit on this show all the time.
Oh, apparently Omar gets killed.
Well, we'll bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll bleep that out. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even
A
know who he
character
is,
dies.
but like that's the only character I know of. He's the gay one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, then it's just not as interesting. I mean, is it still worth watching if I know?
Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
still very much worth watching.
It's very good.
Okay.
We'll like mask that somehow.
Yeah, you
Put
can
in
just
something totally misleading.
Okay, cool.
Put
But
in
if we
spoilers for,
forget
like,
to
young
mask
Sheldon
it,
or
it's
something.
still worth
or we
watching.
just repeat the website name. That'll be our bleep. Yeah. But don't
Yeah.
have like my voice. You need to have like I don't know.
Just like a computerized.
Yeah.
fucking
Joel
Ghostface
Photography
from Scream
gets
voice.
Or like
taken
a-
out.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking, just like pronouncing the URL or Siri or whatever. But yeah, we should probably continue on with
Stephen
what this-
Hawking or Siri.
Yeah. They're the same person.
Um,
They're both artificial intelligence to me. But yeah, we should talk about the alternate version, right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, see. I'm really good at distracting people. I don't know if you've been able to notice when I don't know something, I can just like I'm the Donald Trump of whatever conversation I'm in. Like,
Oh, God.
Whatever your focus is, I'm just gonna fucking distract you really quickly.
You threatened war 6 times
Yeah,
since we
dude.
started recording.
100%.
Well, like some of the real quick, just to there were like some fictional accounts that circulated at the time.
Well, there's a lot of theories because obviously if a ship is completely intact, missing one lifeboat, but like no signs of struggle, no signs of an issue with the boat being able to sail, and it's found just empty. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of different theories for what happened in that particular instance. Some more or less believable.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I saw one where people thought it was insurance fraud, which I didn't even know insurance existed back then.
Well,
Yeah,
later
insurance was-
after the disappearance, the boat was sold and bought by somebody else who did try to commit insurance fraud using the boat.
Okay. So that's what I looked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, funny enough, insurance fraud plays into our topic for the next Halloween episode.
All right, sweet.
A lot of insurance-based scares.
Well, there's nothing scarier than insurance fraud. It's the scariest crime.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I think just crime in general is cool. when the person of the receiving end like is like kind of deserves it. Yeah, that shit's tight.
Well, this
Or
week's
is
episode
a
is brought
boat.
to you.
Yeah, or is a boat.
This week's episode is brought to you by Joel Photography and Crime, both endorsed by this
Crime
pod.
in general.
Zach, I mean, I know you're going to get into the alternate, but what are some...
Some of the, well, I mean, the ship it kind of had a weird history before that because, like, its first captain got sick and died relatively quickly before, like, when he bought it. And it crashed once and had to be rebuilt before it went on this voyage where it mysteriously was abandoned. But there's people who have hypothesized everything from like the really supernatural, like ghosts or giant squids, to
I saw the giant squid one, but yeah.
Yeah, or like natural phenomenons like water spouts, which are kind of harmless but look terrifying, maybe cause them to leave. One I heard is that they have this like denatured alcohol, which is poisonous, and the fumes of that alcohol could have like spread to the boat, and when a fire came to them, like it would have looked like a huge massive explosion, but it would only lasted a second, and it might have scared the people on the boat off. But what really happened?
It's like classic, like Scooby-Doo level.
Yeah,
like being frightened off by something.
Yeah, it was the boat. Yeah, he was trying to lower the property value on the boat.
Yeah, he's trying to flip the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, so I didn't know what denatured alcohol was because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm really stupid. But yeah, I was like really sad. That makes me happy because I was like really sad when I first read it because I just thought it was like some weird kind of booze. I don't know. Just like, I don't know, some like, I don't know. I live in Denver and like people like confuse me with like the beer they drink. So I thought it was like something like that. Some like craft, whatever.
Oh,
so,
when you said that, I thought they meant like they thought you were the beer they were drinking.
No. I thought the term like denaturalized alcohol was like some kind of fancy way to make like wine or some shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I was like really disappointed. I'm like, man,
Wait,
I don't
so
even drink
what the fuck
anymore.
is it then?
It's a poison.
It's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's made. I think it has a few purposes, but like it can be either used to help create certain kinds of fuel, or it might work in a similar way to like rubbing alcohol. But stuff, it's for things of that nature. I'm not totally sure. I literally just looked up the denatured alcohol
Yeah.
page.
I looked it up when you mentioned like it was poisonous because like, oh shit, they weren't getting fucked up.
I mean,
I don't know,
regular
this-
alcohol technically also poisonous.
Yeah, on a technicality, but
The more you know.
yeah, the more you know.
Well, Malawi, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, my name is Paul Caroli, and I host a podcast called Changing Denver. It's a monthly show about our city's physical spaces, how we make them, and how they make us. But it's so much more than that. It's the conversations, ideas, and stories that define Denver's perpetual state of flux. Find more from our team at changingdenver.com and join the conversation on Twitter at changingdenver. Denver's changing. We can help.
Zach, whenever you're ready.
So some of the history of the Mary Celeste is true. Obviously, it was actually abandoned, but the problems with the ship began well before that. You see, it was originally called it was originally called a different name, but according to like what you'll read online, it used to be called the Amazon, but that's not entirely true. Actually, the ship was built. It was built on an Indian burial ground, and
Whoa. I mean, so was everything.
as it was,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, as it was a ship, it didn't stay on an Indian burial ground. But they did, just to make it more make it float better, they did cram some corpses into the hole. So it kind of brought the curse with it.
Okay.
Wherever it went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's poor boat planning.
Yeah, they called them good luck corpses back in the day. I didn't think of a clever name for that.
Back in the day when they were really phoning in names.
Yeah. When they had to think up a name in approximately 2 seconds flat. But I told you the first captain got sick and died shortly after obtaining the boat. But there was actually a series of murders, suicides, hijackings, hits, various things that took place all on this boat. And in the winter of 1896, they hired for the boat a winter caretaker who went insane and killed his family while spending the winter on this boat, which the original name wasn't the Amazon, it was the SS Overlook.
Oh, okay.
And
I was wondering why you were holding out on the name.
What was it?
yeah,
SS Overlook?
and what's that?
What was-
SS Overlook.
Okay, cool. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So a few years later, they decide they have this new owner, And they're going to send this denatured alcohol across the sea. So they hire a crew. Everybody on the crew is a struggling writer with an alcohol problem. So they send them off to sea. And unfortunately, about a month into their voyage, they get snowed in on the ship. And I thought the idea of being snowed in at sea would be more humorous. Apparently not.
Oh, shit, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Wow. God damn it.
And
I am on the most Dayquil a person can be on right now. So
how much Dayquil are you taking?
A couple pills.
A couple pills? Oh, you're doing the pill. You're popping pills? You're not even drinking that shit?
No, if I drink it, I throw up.
Oh, really?
So
I haven't had Dayquil in a minute.
I mean, I'm also gonna go for a cold. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man. So coolest thing. Yeah, I did lean once, and I went to a Riff Raff concert. So that's like the closest thing I can relate. So if it's anything like that, you're having a great time right now.
Anyway, I'm explaining my lack of picking up on that. Sorry, Zach.
Oh, no, that's all right. So exactly what happened is unclear. Some people thought the new owner, Sarah Briggs, who, she owned the ship, but she wasn't exactly popular with the crew. I mean, at the classic event that every ship has while they're out at sea, ship prom, some people suspect that she might have had a cruel prank pulled on her.
Again, really bad with everybody names on board. This point.
Ship prom is a classic. You can look it up in any nautical. Moby Dick has that classic ship prom chapter.
Can you explain to me what ship
prom? Queequeg wins prom king, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. What is ship prom? What does it look like?
It's a prom on a ship. Like this is not complicated.
Wow. Okay. So
you are assuming I went to prom, sir.
Okay. So deadass. I looked up ship prom because I was just curious what would come up, and it literally just took me to HTTPS once again. TTPS money. They got that secure shit. //www.promgirl.com/shop/in stock.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just looking at prom dresses right now.
Again, on your work computer.
On my work computer, yeah.
So some people think that there might have been a prank on her at ship prom, and she killed everybody on board with her telekinetic powers. But that's not the real truth. In fact, Sarah Briggs's real name was Mary. She named her ship after herself. And she had cut loose in time from the village of Salem about 200 years prior, where she was persecuted for being one of a team of female super scientists, as established earlier in our Salem witch trial episode.
Hell yeah.
And she was a brilliant scientist, as was established. They all were. Mm-hmm. So she had three passions: science, Halloween, and capitalism. A classic Tinder profile you see hither and thither.
Yeah, you see that all the time.
Yep.
So she had an entrepreneurial idea, but she had to set up a backstory first. So most of the stuff, I mean, they say the greatest trick that Mary ever pulled was convincing the world that the devil did exist, when in fact the devil didn't exist. So she created this backstory for this ship, most of which was bullshit. And then she bought it, took it out to sea, where they continued on their true experiment, finding the secrets to invisibility. And her and a team of loyal followers managed to find multiple secrets to invisibility. They found an invisibility cloak they created, a potion that turns you invisible, radiation that gives you invisibility powers.
Wait, what?
Some of that that mirroring technology from that car in the shittiest Bond movie, and an evil fantasy Hitler ring. Okay. Like all the classic invisibility techniques.
Okay, but it's not, the Hitler ring is great, but going back, what Bond movie are you talking about? Who is playing
in
James
Die
Bond?
Another Day? He has a car called the Vanish, which uses this camera mirror plating technology to become completely invisible.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
There's a chase through an ice castle, you might remember.
Yep.
While a sun laser is bearing down on this ice hotel. It's a classic. Halle Berry unconvincingly plays an American spy.
There's the car right there.
It's a Brosnan.
So, it is a Brosnan, his final one, in fact. But this is not a James Bond podcast.
No, not at all.
So when they found the ship, actually what happened was the entire crew, now invisible, snuck off the ship while they were inspecting it. What did they do with their powers? Did they do a crazy Porky's adventure? They did not. They did not, because these are the protagonists of the story, and that's creepy and weird, and time would reflect poorly on that movie, as we have come to see nowadays. Instead, they went through with Mary's grand plan. See, the boat wasn't just called the Mary Celeste. It was called the Mary Celeste, as in... see less of a person, as in become invisible.
Oh my!
I like that stretch.
I heard the stretch in your voice.
Yeah.
So Mary sold it off to another conspirator who did this fraud thing and crashed the ship trying to commit fraud. But the true fraud was the attempt to commit fraud, because now the ship was landlocked and could be converted into the very first Halloween Horror Nights haunted house for public consumption, where people would come and they would be scared by all the ghosts in the house for a small fee. And as time went on, this proved an extremely profitable idea. They passed on the secrets of invisibility through the generations, and every haunted Halloween house that you see each year is operated by the descendants of the people from the Mary Celeste.
I forgot you were going to
And
do
in
that.
fact, so that is the actual secret origin of every Halloween haunted house. And in the off season, when it's not, Halloween times, they write for the show Transparent, which is, of course, named after the fact
God damn it.
that there's a transgendered parent on the show. The invisibility thing is coincidental.
Okay, cool. That's not where I would have took it. I like that a lot. That's really creative.
Thank you, Zach.
That is the true story of the Mary Celeste and the origin of your favorite Halloween spook houses. So next time you go, just remember, it's not really ghosts. It's just friendly sailors, carny sailors, who want to grab at you a little bit.
God damn it. So why would we say it like that?
But in a non-sexual way.
Okay, great. That specify. God damn. Zach, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was awesome.
Before we get to judgment, real quick, listeners, as always, we ask that you write and review the podcast on iTunes, which is super helpful to us. And meanwhile, visit the website where you can send us messages and ask us questions, revisionistpodcast.com, and track us down using social media. I said that in a way that makes it sound like I want to get murdered. Facebook, Twitter,
give them the GPS coordinates or your IP address right now. Yeah.
And sorry. Oh, I did want to say thank you to the people who came out to the Denver Podcast Network launch showcase, which was a super fun show. We'll be releasing the audio from that as a special episode next week. And a special shout out to Kalen, who came up and introduced himself as a fan of the show. It was really exciting to meet an actual person who listens to this. So thank you for that. And sorry, pulling up the show is part of the Denver Podcast Network, as are many other great shows. One of them is the Denver Pizza Podcast, which is basically what it sounds like. It reviews every pie in Denver. I've been on the show. It's super, super fun. Paul Caroli, who does Changing Denver, and Megan Ariano bring on a guest, go get pizza, and rate it. When I was on, it was unfortunately Ian's pizza, which was hot garbage. So,
Wow.
But check out.
So yay to Joel Photography, nay to Ian's Pizza.
Yes.
Is the consensus of
Anyway, here's a
the
message
jeers
from our
and
sponsor,
cheers
Ian's
section of
Pizza.
this particular.
Oh, go.
And whatever else that was we were talking about. Joanne's bargain prom dress.
Yeah, I think it was
warehouse.
just like prom. I forgot, like girl prom dress or something like that.
Girl prom dress.
Yeah, something.
Girl prom dress. That sounds like a Russian front for like some kind of meth
Girl
dealing
prom dress.
operation.
For like buying a wife or whatever. Yeah, totally. Dude,
Just
okay.
laundering anything.
Dude, I actually, I used to, so another tangent, this is how I distract everyone. I used to work at the Apple store, and there used to be a guy who would like come in and then like use like the MacBooks to like look at like mail order brides from Russia. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And he would leave the window open. That was the weirdest shit. I don't know
Well,
how he did it, but yeah, just like a Safari
Like
window.
he did this often?
No, he only did it once.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, but
If only he had been in your shoes, he could have used his work computer to do it.
right? Holy shit, you're a genius. But yeah, that shit was so fucking funny. Because yeah, one lady, she was like working with me, and she just like walked up to me. She's like, "Holy shit, this guy is ordering a wife right now." And we would just like ask him like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm good."
No, I don't need help.
Yeah, exactly. But I just look at his computer, just like, "Oh shit." Bunch of weird looking women on some low JPEG ass fucking photos. And it looked like the website was like designed in like 1993. It was like the coolest shit.
Oh my god.
I wonder how much does a mail order Russian bride cost if he could afford one of those but not a computer?
Right?
Maybe it was just like
Maybe he didn't know he couldn't afford well, because then again, a VPN is going to cost less than a human. I'd hope.
Yeah.
God.
Like, I hope these women aren't that cheap.
Listeners, if you have the answer to this question, don't tell us.
Yeah, this is one of those things we're okay with remaining a mystery.
I don't know. I'm actually curious. You could tell me. My Twitter handle is
Okay.
at NOLAWEEMENGIST. So yeah, if any of you guys know this shit, feel free.
That should be a good segue into plugs. Nalawi, I mentioned you co-host As the Rhyme Goes On. Do you want to
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So it's a podcast I host with Denver comedian John Davis, and every week we do like a review of like rap albums that come out literally that same week.
John Davis, who every time I see him, I feel like he's going to start saying "Dear Slim" and then introduce himself with everything else.
Yeah, he's the Eminem stan. Yeah, because there's a joke that he has. No, it's not even a joke. He has 3 copies of 8 Mile. But, yeah.
He almost has a marathon then.
Yeah. He has 3 copies of 8 Mile in his house, which is great, and that's usually where we record it. But yeah, totally check it out. It's really fun. We have it on
Why
iTunes.
does he have 3 copies of 8 Mile?
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
I feel like
oh yeah.
if you were going to collect 8 miles, you'd want to get 8
Right?
miles,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? That would be...
No, I'm with you 100%. But yeah, he has 1 on Blu-ray and 2 on DVD. Yeah, so I think what happened, I'm trying to remember the story because he tells it on the podcast. Yeah, he people just gave it to him for his birthday. Like just to fuck with him. They'd be like, "It's your birthday. Do you have a copy of 8 Mile?" He's like, "Yes," and then they just get him another one.
Were they still making VHSs when 8 Mile came out?
Oh, it might have been at the tail end. Like right at the tail. When did 8 Mile
'Cause
come
I
out?
feel
Like
like-
03?
Something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I'll bet they have one. Because I feel like if he had a VHS, a DVD, and a Blu-ray, like you could make like a little Olympic stand and put one on the bronze and one on the silver, and the Blu-ray goes on the gold. It would be great.
I like that.
It'd be your 8 mile quarter.
Like a weird laser disc
Yeah.
thing also.
Damn.
Or if he had like the Viewmaster version of 8 Mile.
Oh, or he could have like what are the iPod video, and then that's the only movie loaded on there. You remember those where it's like a fucking tiny square?
2002.
2002. Oh yeah. So that was. Let's look up 8 Mile VHS. Let's see how much that fucking. And now I'm on my personal phone, so I.
This you don't want to look up on the work computer.
Yeah, no. This is too.
That's just for Russian brides.
Yeah, that's just for Russian.
Oh, they exist, all right. I'm looking at a picture of some 8 Mile VHSs right now.
Oh, you're looking at pictures, bitch. I'm on the Amazon. I got Prime too, so I might just 1488. One left. Do I order it?
One left.
Do I order it? No. Do I order this shit?
Go to eBay. You can find cheaper ones on eBay.
But I think this is brand new.
Oh.
Well, brand.
I mean, if you order it, you have to give it to Davis.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That would be hilarious.
Oh, when is his birthday?
I don't even know.
I don't give a shit. Let's.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm buying it.
Okay, we're starting a GoFundMe to fucking send John Davis a VHS of 8
Put a
Mile.
disclaimer at the beginning of this podcast for John Davis not to listen, so it doesn't ruin the surprise.
All right, cool, sweet. Yeah, it's ordered. I got a VHS copy of 8 Mile coming to my house right now.
Oh my god.
You listener have just heard the only time in the past, I'm going to say decade, that a VHS copy of 8 Mile has been purchased live on radio.
Deadass, I wonder how long that one VHS copy.
Like 10 cents just found its way into Marshall Mather's pockets, and he's like,
man.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, he must. Yeah.
There's like a Suncoast video somewhere where someone is like, fucking for real?
Yeah.
This bump in 8 Mile VHSs. You must
They're
wonder
up
if it's related
100%.
to.
That's amazing.
Somebody heard him trashing Trump in that freestyle, and they were like, you know what? I'm going to buy that 8 Mile VHS I had my eye on.
Let's put that on sale.
You know what? I was on the fence about this.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to get into hip hop, I think it's called. Yep. Better start with this documentary, 8 Mile.
8 Mile. It's not even a documentary. But that movie is cool. I mean, someone who's ignorant would think it was. But no, that movie's cool as fuck. I like what was 50 Cent's 8 Mile. Get Rich or Die Trying. Yeah. That one's really good. Yeah. I like the soundtrack to that movie too.
I like to think the working title of that movie was 50 Cent's 8 Mile.
That's how I remember it, because it was literally like a slightly fictional version of his real life. I was such a 50 Cent stan. Like when I was a kid, I had all of his albums. Like that was actually the first CD I bought with my real money. Oh, really? Like I would mow lawns to save $10. Actually, I mowed my dad's lawn, and he gave me like $1 every week. So like I remember the release date. I like printed out a picture. I hung it up on my wall. I was like so excited. It was kind of gay to have like a shirtless man on my fucking wall. I was 10 years old, but whatever. But yeah. I had that, and then The Massacre was the first rap album I actually bought with my own money. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, fucking. I also had his book, and I read it too when I was in elementary school. He had a book called Get Rich or Die Trying, which was a memoir of his real life. So like, if you really, really want to know about him, you read that book. That's like my favorite thing is like rap books. Like those are the only books I actually finished. Like, books related to rap music.
So there's the Gucci Mane book that's coming out.
That's out. That's out. I pre-ordered it in March. Like it came in my house like release date. I pre-ordered it the day. As you can tell, I'm really bad with money. I am fucking terrible with money.
It all goes to 8 Mile VHS's books about rap.
Yeah. Oh, I need a show.
And
Brian,
weirdly once to a
joking.
discount prom dress.
Yeah.
A discount prom dress that you wear while watching fucking
8 Mile on VHS.
Oh, god damn it. As for me, listeners, Nighttime Tonight, the next one is October 19th, third Thursday of every month. Come check that out. But I think it's time for Judgment. And I think because it gives us the possibility of just like invisible carnies to play with, my vote is going to go with the alternate, but it's now up to the audience. That vote is now open on the Patreon page. Oh, listeners, you can buy your right to vote there. But Nalawi, thank you for being here.
Oh, no problem.
Zach, thank you as always.
Of course.
For everyone here at The Revisionists, I'm Brian Flynn.
I am Zach Powers.
And, yeah. You, okay,
no, go for it.
And I am Nalawi Menges.
Have a good time.
As the Rhyme Goes On podcast. Listen to that shit.
One last plug for something that you're actually involved
plug
with.
for 8 Mile, too. Plug for that fucking Eminem cipher.
Dead ass, I'm gonna watch 8 Mile when I get home. I was gonna do a mic, but fuck that.